It was a night like any other. The kind of night where the world feels wrapped in a comfortable silence. The stars twinkled high above, and the moon bathed everything in a soft glow. But that calm was shattered when we gathered around the old campfire, 5 friends sharing stories and laughter, unaware of the chilling events that were about to unfold. I remember the moment vividly. The fire crackled, sending sparks dancing into the air. And we were deep into a tale about a ghost town when the first mystery revealed itself. A sudden chill swept through the clearing, causing us all to shiver. I glanced at my phone, the screen lighting up with a notification from our group chat. It was a video someone had sent, a clip that had been making the rounds online. "Check this out," I said, eager to distract us from the growing unease. As the video played, our laughter faded. It showed a dark forest, the camera shaky as it panned through the trees. Suddenly, a figure darted past, a blur of movement that sent chills down my spine. We all leaned in closer, eyes wide, as the figure stopped and turned. It was unlike anything I had ever seen. Tall, with elongated limbs and glowing eyes that seemed to pierce through the darkness. My heart raced as I felt an inexplicable dread wash over me. Had we just witnessed something from a nightmare? After that night, the mysteries began to pile up, each more bizarre than the last. The second incident happened a week later, when we decided to investigate the woods where the figure had been spotted. Armed with flashlights and our phones, we ventured into the shadows, the trees looming overhead like ancient sentinels. We were determined to capture something, anything, that could explain the strange sighting. As we walked deeper into the woods, the air grew thick with tension. Suddenly, one of my friends, Sarah, pointed her flashlight toward a cluster of bushes. There, caught in the beam of light, was a strange creature. It looked like a cross between a raccoon and a small dog, but its eyes glowed an unnatural shade of blue. We froze, captivated and terrified. It stared back at us, tilting its head as if trying to understand who we were. We fumbled with our phones, trying to capture the moment. But just as we hit record, the creature vanished into thin air. We were left with nothing but the sound of rustling leaves and our racing hearts. The footage showed only an empty patch of ground, but the memory of that glowing-eyed creature haunted us. Was it real? Or had our minds played tricks on us in the dark? The third mystery came just days later. We had set up a camera in the woods, determined to catch any signs of the strange happenings. We returned to the campsite, excited to review the footage. As we watched, our excitement turned to horror. The camera had captured a series of bizarre lights flickering in the sky, moving in patterns that defied explanation. They darted and swirled, illuminating the trees around them. It was as if we were watching a dance of otherworldly beings. We debated what it could be. Some suggested drones or military flares, but the movements were too erratic, too fluid. The lights seemed to communicate with each other, pulsing in a rhythm that felt almost alive. I felt a mix of awe and fear wash over me. What were we witnessing? Was it a natural phenomenon, or was it something beyond our understanding? The fourth mystery took a darker turn. One night, while we were reviewing the footage again, we noticed something unsettling in the background of one of our earlier videos. A shadowy figure stood among the trees, barely visible but undeniably there. It was watching us. We hadn't noticed it before, but now it felt like a presence, lurking just out of sight. The realization sent chills down my spine. Had we been followed? What did it want? We decided to confront the shadows, venturing back into the woods with a sense of dread hanging over us. The air was thick with tension, and I could feel the weight of unseen eyes on us. We called out, hoping to provoke a response, but all we received was silence. Then, as we turned to leave, we heard a low growl, deep and resonant. It echoed through the trees, fueling our fear. We ran, adrenaline pumping, hearts pounding in our chests. The final mystery was perhaps the most inexplicable of all. After weeks of strange encounters, we gathered at a friend's house to discuss everything we had experienced. We pored over the footage, trying to make sense of it all. That's when we stumbled upon an old video, one that had been shared online years before. It showed a group of people in the same woods, experiencing similar phenomena. They, too, had captured strange creatures and eerie lights, but their footage ended abruptly, the screen going black, without explanation. As we watched, I felt a creeping sensation that we were not alone. The lights flickered in the room, and I glanced toward the window. Outside, the woods seemed to come alive, shadows dancing just beyond the trees. My heart raced as I realized that the mysteries we had uncovered were part of something much larger, something that had been happening long before we arrived. We debated the possibilities, leaning toward the paranormal. Could it be that we had stumbled into a realm where the lines between reality and the unknown blurred? The fear was palpable, but so was the excitement. Each mystery drew us deeper into a world we could barely comprehend, igniting a curiosity that pushed us to seek answers. As the night wore on, we shared our theories, each more outlandish than the last. Some believed we had encountered spirits of the forest, while others suggested extraterrestrial visitors. The debate raged on, but one thing was clear. We were forever changed by what we had witnessed. The woods, once a place of comfort and adventure, had transformed into a realm of uncertainty and fear. In the days that followed, we couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig sent our hearts racing. We continued to document our experiences, but the thrill had turned to anxiety. What if we were uncovering something that should remain hidden? What if the mysteries we sought to understand were better left alone? Despite our fears, we couldn't resist the pull of the unknown. We returned to the woods, armed with cameras and flashlights, determined to capture more footage. Each time we ventured into the darkness, we felt the weight of the mysteries pressing down on us. The woods had become our obsession, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. As we delved deeper, the phenomena grew more intense. We captured strange sounds, disembodied whispers that echoed through the trees. The glowing eyes returned, watching us from the shadows, and the lights danced above, swirling in patterns that seemed to beckon us closer. We were caught in a web of intrigue and terror, unable to turn back. The final night stands out in my memory, a culmination of all that we had experienced. We set up cameras in a clearing, determined to capture the truth once and for all. As darkness fell, an eerie silence enveloped us. The air felt charged, crackling with energy. We waited, hearts pounding, as the shadows deepened around us. Then it happened. The lights appeared, brighter and more vibrant than ever before. They swirled and danced, illuminating the clearing in a surreal glow. We watched, mesmerized, as the shadows shifted and formed into shapes that defied explanation. It was both beautiful and terrifying. a glimpse into a world beyond our understanding. But then, in the midst of the spectacle, we heard the growl again, louder this time, reverberating through the trees. Panic set in as we turned to flee, the lights flickering out one by one. The shadows closed in, and we stumbled through the darkness, fear driving us forward. We could feel the presence behind us, chasing us, urging us to leave. When we finally reached the safety of our cars, we were breathless, hearts racing. We drove away in silence, the weight of what